Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming, and a very Merry Christmas to you. It's actually Boxing Day in Australia today, but in the UK and the US and pretty much everywhere else in the world, it is Christmas Day, and Games Workshop have dropped a Christmas preview called Hedonites, Habits, and Hedari. Lots of H's, lots of alliteration in this article as well, so let's get stuck into it. Two things that they've released, 40k and Age of Sigmar. Things that we were kind of thought maybe. We finally get the new Sisters of Battle model, the Palatine, which I really like. I really like the movement of her going forward. The little thing on the top there is sort of very, how can we say, I want to say, well, it's Christmas, so we can say it's very Catholic, I thought. Very reminiscent of cathedrals and things like that. So it's cool. And it comes in, as we can see now, I'm playing in the background, the video for the new box, Piety and Pain. So it comes with Sisters of Battle and Drukhari. Very nice. And of course, with the battle boxes, you get a whole bunch of models, but also two new models. So we've seen the Palatine for Sisters of Battle, but we also get the new Lilith model. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a Lilith. She's got too much skin on, too much armor and clothes on. She needs to be like pretty much nothing on. But really, come on, give her some armor. It's fine. I like the model. I do like the base as well. I think that's really cool. You have a dead Eldari. We're gonna call them Eldari. We're gonna call them space elves. We go space elves. A dead space elf right there. Very dynamically posed. I'm thinking that they've offset it so it doesn't fall over. So she's very much leaning over this base, but the base is sort of offset to the other side so it doesn't fall over. Some technical stuff there. I'm really interested in how they technically get the models to stand up. No, I actually really like the model. Lots of hair and little hooks in the hair. Yeah, I'm keen to get the box just for this model. So I think that's pretty cool. I like it. So yeah, it looks like in the box itself you get, I don't know exactly all the models, and once we do get a price breakdown and the actual contents, I'll do a proper breakdown video of how much it is, but it doesn't look like you get too much in there. You get Palatine, so a character, you get a Retributor squad? I think it's Retributors, and then you get the big boy tank, which is a really cool tank for them. You get some speed, you get a unit of, I can't remember what they're called, just the normal units, and then some flyers. So and Lilith, of course. So not a huge box, but it could be a cool little project. Or if you're interested in starting your army or just want to get something like that, I think it's a really cool box. I think the price is usually around $2.90 Australian. I could be wrong. I haven't actually looked at the other battle boxes, so I think it's about $2.90, maybe more. Depends. This seems to be not as many models as some of the other boxes, like the Orcs vs Space Wolf box. I can't remember what that was called, but Teeth and Teeth, let's say. It wasn't called that. All right, so that's not 40k. We also have the new, what they promised, they said there was going to be a new battletome. We have the new battletome, the Hedonites of Slaanesh, and we'll roll that video right now. They've shown off all the new models, and I get the feeling there may also be a special box. Just from the beginning of the video, there is a very nice shot of all the units that you'd get. Interesting. I do get the feeling that might, because they did that with Lumineth Realm Lords, they did that with Sisters of Battle. I think it's a cool idea. But we'll see. We'll see how they go. So, of course, we have the Battletome, because that's what they're releasing. So this is for the Hedonites of Slaanesh. So not really the demon side of Slaanesh, but the fanatics that like to cut themselves and cut other people up. So let's have a look at some of the models. So first up, we have the Slickblade Slickers. They're riding the exalted steeds of Slaanesh, and they sever heads and limbs with their deadly glaives. Yes, these are pretty much reworkings of some older models that they have, but I really like them. I love the detail on the back of the, what are they called again? This exalted steeds of Slaanesh, like all the extra little detail. Creepy little eyes. The fact that I have no hands, no arms creeps me out. So I almost have like some weird tails. that long face with the tongue sticking out. Very odd indeed. So I'm putting a whole bunch of different images up at the same time, so I'm not talking about any specific one. I like the riders are really cool as well, like giant glaives. I kind of want to use these glaives for... Ooh, that's some ideas already for conversion work. Creating some... I mean, this year I'm hoping that we do get some Emperor's Children for 40k. It makes sense. We're getting a lot of Slaanesh stuff for Age of Sigmar. I would like to see that for 40k. And a unit of close combat using these kind of glaives. Why not? I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, so these... the steeds have the really curvy armor, which I really like. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is essentially not the same unit. These are the Bliss Barb Seekers. So they're still on the Exalted Steeds, but instead they have bows and arrows. So the same models, essentially. It was possibly the same steed, but then the human models might be slightly different. I like it. Some of them have like little cuts on their faces. The arrows look really cool. Sort of I don't know what you call that back bit of the arrow where the feather is. It looks sort of like what are they called? A peacock tail, in a way. I love the new aesthetic with all the robes and the tassels and everything like that. I think that's cool. So pretty much, I'm assuming this is going to be the same box. Or the steeds, or the box, the steed sprues will be the same, and then they'll have the rider sprues. Possibly, don't know yet. We haven't seen the sprues. And I've just noted with this one, they all have like the little rings and bangles and things on the steeds. I like it. Then we have the Slangor. So we've already seen Slickblade. Wow, I cannot pronounce that word. Slash. Or Slash. Depends how you want to pronounce the name. Now we have a whole unit of the Slangors. I think it's only 3 models in the unit. They seem to be going with units of 3 models. Seems to be a thing. Definitely in 40k with the Space Marines. 3 models in a unit. Kind of an odd choice, but hey, do what you got to do. Lots of little details on here. You can see on the models you have like gems tied onto their arms, bangles, and I guess rings around their horns. And everything. I like it. I really like the models. I wish the unit was a bit bigger. I'm assuming you can take more models in a unit, but I think it's a weird, creepy mashup of Goatmen and Let's Go Tyranids. Creepy. And then finally we have the Bliss Barb Archers. I think that's finally, yep. So again, sort of basically archers. Kind of cool. Like, not really much to say about them. There's lots and lots of detail in here, so you can paint them up in all kinds of different colors. Like, there's a lot of skin, but they have all the different bits of leather armor straps, the jewels and gems and rings and chains that they're all wearing. Very interesting model, like lots and lots of detail. They all seem... I don't get the impression that you're going to have a lot of repetitiveness in these units. Every model looks very, very unique, which is fine. I mean, some people do want the sameness so they can kit bash and modify and make the models their own. I don't particularly mind it in this case. They're all very unique in their own way. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with that. And there is also the other model. They haven't mentioned it on the page. It is in the video, but the one with the mirrors. We've seen that one shown off before. So there we go. Very cool. I'm trying not to say very cool. I tried really hard, but I really like these models. Like I said, I think that the Hedonites of Slaanesh may come in its own special box to start with in February, like they did with Lumineth Realm Lords, but I'm not 100% sure. They're saying in the video that it comes out in February, so I don't know if that's the full release or what, but it looks like this is a box, as far as I can tell. And then the Piety and Pain, or Pain and Piety, depending what you want to call it. Pain and Piety, there we go. Piety and Pain. Yeah, that will come out sometime soon as well. It's a little battle box for some 2 models. Or, I don't really know how well these battle boxes sell. I've never bought one. I think the price might be sometimes a little bit too high. So I'm interested to see what the price for this will be. And when it comes out, like I said, I'll do a cost breakdown of the video and we'll go from there. So there you go. Hope you're all having a very good Christmas. If you do like these videos, definitely do subscribe, hit that bell button so you get the notification, and leave a comment below. What are you more excited for, Piety and Pain or the Hedonites of Slaanesh? For me, I think it's the Hedonites of Slaanesh. Yeah, it is. Even though I love the Lilith model. So that's all for this video. Hope you have a good Christmas day, and I will see you next time.